It's been about a week since the last video, and it's finally in a double digit, so let's make some video. So it is official, all tractors are down, and I'm not working on them until it warms up. So we'll just end this with a observing of the winter wonderland that is. I think he looks pretty badass, even though it's not in the drivable state. Oh. Oh yeah, I got my sheet metal, so that'll make some fenders for the mud train. You can tell that cart's been used since the thing. I don't know if I got a video of it, but I was going sledding with my dad, and that's when the mud train had its little hiccup. I hope nothing broke. Had a little bit too much winter, it turns out. I ain't gonna deal with that till the snow melts. Which, by the way, I haven't had mail in 2 weeks. My neighbors all have State College mail, so their stuff's still getting delivered. But I have Bellefonte, and they won't deliver because there's, you know, this much snow on the ground between the road and the mailbox. And even though the stuff's hard enough to walk on and the tractor can drive on top of it at this point, they refuse to deliver our mail. So I've got like 6 packages from eBay that haven't showed up yet. And they all say failed to deliver. I wonder if this guy would even start. I ain't gonna try. The exhaust is pretty short. I think it's still long enough to be safe to start. But it's cold. I don't want to hang out here much more than I have to. We'll go show you the mud train. I hope the camera's focusing in on that. That's what we got here. Yeah, I should have got a video of this when it was like -8 out, and before we had this today's snowfall, because all this dust is from the snow we had today. Under that is some hard ice, and if you break it off, kick it around, it sounds like you're hitting porcelain off of other pieces of porcelain. It's pretty interesting. Not too often I run into ice that hard, brittle, and hollow, and it's interesting. Now my fat black lab dog, he loves this. He's rolling around in it, sticking his nose in it. He's really excited to go on the walks when nobody in the house wants to go outside. I'd say it's miserably cold. I don't like extended zero digits. And neither did that tree. That tree looks like my tent. Having wind chills in the -30s can, I guess, do that when you got the weight of snow. This camera's got a metal shell and it's getting very painful to hold. You just can't hear that. You can kind of hear it. It's just this powdery snow is absorbing the sound and the shock. This would sound like porcelain, like you just broke a damn toilet and you're kicking the pieces around. But you just can't really hear it because of all the powder. And there's where we left off. You'll see what went wrong here in a minute. See, that was so my worn out tie rod ends wouldn't pop off. There was a spring tying the ropes together. Well, I hit a snowbank. And you'd think, okay, yeah, just put the tie rod end back on. Yeah, no, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. Broke the whole rod. We're gonna have to replace it with angle iron at some point. But how cold it's been, I'm curious if this thing will start. We're gonna start it. I might be able to get that pipe off. That'd be interesting. Head slipping. Never thought any of this pipe would come off. I'm curious what it'll sound like now. You know how I think this ended up coming off? I think it was the extreme thermal shock from going from near sub-zero temperatures to like 200 degrees. The fact I was kicking it with that thermal difference probably helped too, but I think the fact that engine's been used a lot in really cold conditions, and it's been in some really cold conditions recently, things have just been contracting and expanding and breaking up those rust welds. That's my theory. And I'd say it's a pretty sound one. Now this is good because that means I can do some proper threaded pipe exhaust system install on this thing. And I'd like to have a pipe that comes out the back with an actual car muffler on it. I want this thing to be as quiet as possible. And it'll probably sound a little better that way too.